Good morning, Facebook and Brimfield Township. I want to give you a couple quick updates about events that are going to be taking place and a recap of last week's trustees meeting. This week starts our official week of canvassing. You will see myself and family members and friends canvassing neighborhoods near you over the next month. We'll be knocking on doors to distribute literature about our campaign and what we stand for, talking to neighbors and friends and community members. We hope that you learn a little bit about us, but more importantly, we hope to learn more about you and what you would like to see changed, improved, or kept the same here in Brimfield Township. So look for us knocking on a door. We're just a friendly face dropping off literature, but if you'd like to talk a little bit, we're also there for that. Second, I wanted to cover the Township Trustees meeting. The Township Trustees meeting this past week was a decent meeting. We actually had a pretty large turnout of special guests, those who called ahead of time wanting to voice concerns or to talk through issues. That's great. I'm starting to see some community movement. I've not seen this much community movement in the past, and that makes me excited. I think everyone should be involved in local government in some fashion or another. Not always running for an elected position, but maybe just attending meetings, asking questions, sending emails. That is our job as the citizens, to make sure that those elected officials are held accountable. And that is part of my campaign platform, is holding people accountable, integrity, making sure decisions are made based upon the best of the citizens, the majority of the citizens, and facts. During the meeting, a couple questions were arised, and one of those questions was around technology. Now, I feel as though the Township Trustees meetings should be live streamed and recorded for future viewing. The reason I say this is that the meetings are held at 3 p.m. That's when the majority of people are at work. So we can't attend the meetings. People don't want to take vacation days to come. If they have an important issue, it's a hard decision. Do I take time off work to come express my concerns, or do I just let it go? And then we don't know what's happening. So if we're able to record the videos live, we can watch them during the day or when we come home in the evening. And it also allows us to send in those questions and then see what the answers to those questions were via email or letter or phone call. Secondly, technology and recording of videos would alleviate one of the problems we have with executive sessions. Executive sessions used to be at the end of the meetings, but they've been moved to the center. And this is under the advice of the Township Association of Ohio, because we found when we had executive sessions at the end that citizens left and nobody knew what the outcome is. When under Robert's Rules of Order, when you exit executive session, you have to announce if action was taken or not. And this creates some concern, what action was taken and what additional pieces of the meeting took place after the citizens left. Hence, it was moved to the center. However, if we're able to record live and black out during executive session and bring back afterwards, there'd be record of it. Everyone would know what took place and we'd have that information at our fingertips. Hence, we could move executive session to the end and have an uninterrupted meeting for the public as usual. The second thing we talked about was parks and recs. An individual by the name of Susan, hi Susan, came out and was asking the township to help develop and fund a new playground center that's called a hardscape playground. It's designed to meet the needs of handicapped children. I think this is a great idea. And so her and I are going to work together to see how we can take some of her ideas and mesh them with some of my ideas and then find the funding through grants and donations to help start this project. My goal is not to run a levy in order to improve our parks. I think through grants, donations, and a little bit of work within our own current budget, we can make this a reality in the next few years and make a better place for our children. The last thing that was brought up was the movement on the Maple Crest Golf Course. What's happening with the Menards and Myers deal, as many people know about. Right now, it sits in the school board's hands to review the TIF and approve the TIF. Now, the township trustees have no control over the field school board. The school board operates separately and independently of township trustees, which means they have no control over the decisions made or how things are operated in those locations. However, I recently attended a levy committee meeting to see how those pieces work. I think it's important, although the township trustees have no control over the school board, that there is support and communication there. That was one of the complaints we found from the levy board. was that the township trustees are not engaged, not communicating, and in some cases, last year a presentation was given and they were not educated about what is happening. We are a main communication piece, those candidates and those elected officials to the community. So we should have some idea. However, my stance on for or against school levy is not important at this point. That is a personal decision that each of us needs to make. However, we should be educated about what's happening, and we should have a good relationship between the school board, the school officials, and the board of trustees and the candidates. I say all this to tell you that we're waiting on the school board to make movement on that TIF. Right now, that's the holding pattern, so we need to wait for them to make a decision on that disbursement of funds. Once that happens, we will then see some additional movement on that Maple Crest Golf Course. I hope you found this information informative and helpful. As usual, if you like my video, like it, share it, comment below if you have questions, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you as we're out knocking doors over the next month. Hope to see you at the polls on November 7th. Have a great day.